Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In the last video, we explored the operator and statement in JavaScript. Today, we are diving into something super practical, the math object and its useful method. If you have ever wondered how to generate random number, round decimals, or find the maximum value in the set of numbers, this video is for you. Let's get started. First, what is the math object? So, unlike other objects in JavaScript that you might create useful, math is a built-in object that comes with the JavaScript. It's not a constructor. You can't create instance of it. Instead, it's more like a utility toolbox filled with properties and methods for the mathematical operation. The math object has two main things: properties and method. Properties are constant like P and E. P means PI. P and E. Well, method or function that perform the calculations. Let me show you what I mean. Open your console first. So go to your browser and open the console. So go to your browser and I already opened the folder. Just forget about it right now. So open the console. So right button, click the right button and then inspect and console. Now write math. Okay. And did you see? See? Object with the tons of method inside. Let's explore some of the most useful one. Okay. This is the object. Okay. So math properties and constant actually. First, let's look some constant. There are value that never change. Math.P give you the value of P approximately 3.14. Okay. Math.P. Uh, okay, wait. Math.P. Okay. This is the value. This is super useful when you are working with the circle or the trigonometry. Okay. Also, we can also show it in console, like directly putting here console.log math.p. Okay. The output will be this. Another one is math.e. Copy and this is e. This is a property which is Euler number. Approximately it would be 2.718. You will use this in exponential calculation. Okay. Just remember this when you need, so you can remember it. So memorize, just understand there is a few function or method available for this math. For it is helpful, really helpful. So you could remember this part. Okay. Okay. There are others like the math ln2, ln10, square t2, but p and e are the ones you will use most often. Okay, this will be the most often you are using. Or other are is method ln 2, then ln 10, also sqrt. 2, T2. Okay. Okay. Now rounding methods. Now let's talk about the rounding numbers. JavaScript give us four main method for this. Math.round first, and this rounds to the nearest integer. If the decimal is 0.5 or greater, it rounds up, otherwise it rounds down. Okay, what it means, console.log, then math.round, what I round 4.7. Okay, then open the terminal, clear previous code, note, and this is math. Or we given a name. This is a math. Yeah, math space function. Oh, I did wrong. Shit. Okay, I forget it. So fixed it first. Always try to kebab case or this lowercase dot. Okay. So this would be a math function and enter. You see, it's written 5, but we are given a 4.7. Also, copy and paste. Just think 3. What did it give a? It's 4. It means this round the nearest integer. If the decimal is 5 or greater, it rounds up. Otherwise, it rounds down. Okay. Another is math.ceil. Ceil. Okay. This is math.ceil. 5.1, and this always round up to the nearest integer. No matter what the decimal is, think of a cell as a ceiling. Okay. Ceil, okay, ceil, okay, as ceiling. Uh, okay. Also, this. Okay, I already given this data. And another method is math.floor. Math.floor. This math.floor are opposite of cell. This always rounds down to the nearest integer. Okay, 4.9, it always given you the 4 because it's always down the integer data. Another is trunc, and this also return 4. This simply remove the decimal part, give you just the integer. I mean, it's when you are use this method, it's remove this part, only show the integer data, not floating data. Okay. Okay. Notice how the trunc and the float differ with the negative number. Did you ever notice this? Oh, okay. I didn't even putting any negative number here, isn't it? No. Okay, I put it something first. Okay. What it give a -5. Okay. It actually down means start negative. And here, if you are using, actually it will be here. Also the trunc, use this here, but trunc, then it would be a -4. Floor goes toward the negative infinity, while the trunc just remove the decimals. Okay, and another method is math.apps, abs, I mean absolute values, abs, and it's look like this. Math.abs return the absolute value of the number. Basically, it makes any number positive. Okay, whatever the minus negative number is, you get the positive number. Positive will be positive, also the negative also positive. This is useful when you create about the magnitude of a number but not its sign. Okay, now, okay, I'm showing it here. No, I need to show it here. Absolute value. There. Okay, comment it out. Comment it. Also comment this. Now, math.py and the sqrt. For exponentiation, we have method.py. It takes two arguments, base and the exponent. Okay, it's always get these two arguments. First argument is 2, second argument is 3. Here the 5 and 2, and it's given the to the power of 3 5 squared. You remember the shortcut we use 2 to asterisk sign then 3. It's actually do the same thing. Though nowadays you can also use the exponentiation operator, like as I say immediately that you can also use these types, so it's also working fine. Okay, for square roots, and sorry, where I show it, not here, here. Now the for square root, it means square root, we can show here 16, root would be a 4, 25, and the square, I mean the root, square root will be 5 and 2 will be this. Okay, there's also a some math called cube root. Okay, cube root, and it is this 27 q to the power 3, actually to the power 3, actually the 3 cube root. Okay, uh okay, now mean and max. This method help you find the smallest or largest value from the set of number. What it means, when you use the math.mean and from given a argument as a values, you are putting the value, it's give you the smallest number because you are mentioning the mean. Okay, when you are use the max, then it's showing the maximum number. Actually, you can pass as many argument as you want. They are really handy when working with arrays. So you will need to split operator for that. Okay, what is the split operator means? We also learn about more in depth in the future video. So just for now, number in the array, then this number are showing in this here and using 3 dots. It's called split operator. It is introduced in ES6 2015. Okay, year 6 mean ECMA skipped 6. So don't worry. If you don't understand the speed operator yet, we will cover that in details later in this course. So don't worry. Then random number generator. This is probably the most popular math method. Okay, the Math.random generate a random decimal number between 0 to 0 and 1. 0 mean inclusive and 1 mean exclusive. Or it means console log random. Then the method is called. Okay. Now let's see what's showing in the terminal. Note math. Again putting the value. Again. You see, always given a random number, but not 1, because it's given the value 0 between 0 and 1 between. Okay. Every time, not this. Every time you call it, you get a different number, but usually we don't want a decimal between 0 and 1. We want a random integer within a specific range. For random number between 0 and 9, then how to do that? Okay, so console dot log. At first we call the math dot floor. Then in this floor method we use math dot random. Okay, then remember where I am now. Here I already here, and then given a space and the multiply with 10. Okay, I'm telling you again, this is the math, this is the floor method. In this floor method, the parenthesis, I'm using another method and call this random into 10. Save it, comment it first, and go here. This is 3, this is 3, this is 1, this is again 3, this is 8, this is 1, this is 3, this is 5. Did you see? Okay, again. So copy it. Then from this floor where it finish, this is the finish parenthesis, given a space, then plus 1. Okay, now see what happened. 9, 6. Actually, what it does, for a random number between two value, use this formula. Okay, so it is given a, I mean, when you get the random number, then sum with 1. It always given the value with plus 1, increase the value actually. Now showing you another formula. It is this. This is super useful for games, simulation, or whatever you need to randomness in your code. Okay, comment it. Okay, you see the get random integer. This is a function, this is the argument, and we are returning this. Just remember this code structure. We learn more in depth near future, okay, and the upcoming videos. So then calling this function with the argument, and it's random, the random number will coming from 5 and 15 in between, okay. The max minus mean plus 1 then plus mean. We are exactly doing the same thing here what we did here, okay. Okay, good. You learn lots of mathematical method and function, okay. Okay, now moving our another method, it's called the trigonometric method. JavaScript also has the trigonometric method like math.scene, cos, tan, and their inverse function. These work with the radians or not degrees. Okay, what it means, like copy this code and putting it here. Okay, this scene, math.scene, then math.pi divided by 2, and you get the answer is 1. Another is cos divided by 0. So, I mean, putting the 0, and it's also returning to 1. Also, to convert degrees to radian, degree 90, then radians is degree multiply pi into 180 degree, 180. Then console log this scene with the radians value, and you get this result. Unless you are doing the graphics, physics, or game development, you probably won't use this much as a beginner, but it's good to know they exist. Okay, you most of the time you didn't use it. Most of the time you are all using this method. Most of the time, oftenly you use it. Okay, now show you some practical example. First is calculating the circle area. Radius is 5, area is math pi into math pow. Then radius, the value, and the second argument is 2. Okay, it's always get x and y number, and then the console log you get the answer result with this area to fixed. This is also another function. Okay, you can call it as a method. This method also to fixed, what is it? Then you have a lots of floating data, right? You only need two data after this data, okay, after from this. So that's why when we are putting the two fixed is 2, then it's only return the uh, 2 2 data from, I mean, the rounded to decimals from this decimal, okay. Another is dice roll simulator, and this is the example. What is the dice roll simulator? This is dice roll is a function. In this function, we return a math floor. Actually, what we did here, exactly, we are doing this here, where it is. Here, this is the method we actually returning here, and then call this, and random number between 1 to 6, we already see it, right? This is called dice roll simulator, as like Ludo, we are playing dice. Okay, next is price calculator with the rounding. And we already see. And but here is something. We have a price. The value is 19.7654, and we want to round it. And how to round it? Price into 100 divided by 100. Then the answer will be 19.77. 77. How? If there is a 5, then we are not putting it, we only just showing the two data. So it's rounded it like this. Okay, after that, it for the math function is JavaScript. We cover the math object, rounding method, absolute values, power, square root, mean and max, random number, and even touch on the trigonometrics function. Trigonometrics function. Okay. Then the math object is your go-to for any mathematical operation in JavaScript. Practice these methods. Try creating a random password generator or tip calculator or even a simple guessing game. In the next video, we will explore date functions and how to work with the date and time in JavaScript. If you found this helpful, smash like the that like button, subscribe for more JavaScript tutorials, and drop a comment if you have any question. See you in the next videos.